All right, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Kasha Kwala coming back at you with another lesson, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Achakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the 11144 first fruit. As you can see on the screen, I have, Revelation 18, which is going to be a very common book or chapter that us brothers are going to be going into because we can see the collapse of the economy coming soon due to this outbreak of the coronavirus. I was speaking to one of the Akim in my camp, goes by the name of Deacon Barzal. He was speaking as a man, us Israelite, and us sincere men, we talk about how things may play out on the end. He did say an interesting thing, like about the virus. It could be a seasonal type thing. It could either, ramp up in these last few, and then it slows down once the warm months come, and then it re-shows itself during the cold winter months again. Because as we've learned from this virus, as it's progressively gotten worse throughout the countries around Earth, it thrives in cold weather. And when it hits a warm type temperature, it kind of settles it down. All right. So we could see, just like the market, it goes up and then whoop, goes down. You see a lot of cases going up, or it could go, once the warm weather hits, it goes down. Me, personally, I'm hoping the shit goes up. Everything just stops. You know what I'm saying? America just shuts down. But there's possibilities and all that. We don't know what Yahweh Shai is going to do in real time. We just know the prophecies of what's going to happen. All right. So I got an article right here, and this came out today. Slocky. A little ladybug flew on my desk, but this came out today. It says Feds slashes interest rates to zero. Okay, when you see that, that's bad. I'm gonna say that straight up. You don't want to see interest rates go to zero. As you can see in Italy, they kind of like suspended or halted mortgage payments. Okay, when you see that happen, that's bad. That's in for a debt jubilee. Okay. Let me type in what a debt jubilee is. What's a debt jubilee? All right, so debt jubilee, the concept of debt cancellation and celebration is linked to the Old Testament concept of jubilee, which meant that every 50 years, people sold into slavery or land sold due to bankruptcy were redeemed. Okay, so it's the same thing. All right, because they take everything from the scripts, but a debt jubilee means a cancellation of debt. Okay, think about that. All right, on average, let's look at the U.S. Debt clock. All right, let's see. U.S. debt clock, real time. It's at 23 trillion right now. Straight red. All right, so let's see. Debt per citizen. Give me a moment. It shows you where, there we go. Debt per citizen. So per citizen, there's about 72,568 on our heads. All right. On average, each citizen in America has about $50,000 to $70,000 of debt on their heads. Okay. Debt that they can't pay. Okay. When you eliminate that debt, that's like free money. Okay. Which the government does not have in the first fucking place. Which will tank an economy. You alleviate the debt, you start printing money out that doesn't mean anything. It's not backed by anything. Doesn't have no weight to it. which starts a series of hyperinflation, which can ruin an economy. All right, so when you slash the interest rates, it's not good. So I'm going to read the first paragraph. It says the Federal Reserve announced on Sunday it would drop interest rates to zero and buy at least $70 billion in government and mortgage-related bonds, that word mortgage, as a part of wide-ranging emergency action to protect the economy from the impact of the coronavirus. Because as we've been seeing lately, when we open this up, we see the Dow Jones steadily taking hits. Now, when you see this increase right here, this is when Trump had that speech when he announced the national emergency. I guess he said some good things to the investors and they believed it, and it just shot up. Now, with the interest rates being zero, tomorrow they're estimating a 1,000 point drop in the opening of the market because zero interest rates is nothing good. Okay? They haven't done something like this since right here. It says the moves, the most dramatic by the U.S. central bank since the 2008 financial crisis. They always say 2008, but it really started in 2007. Okay? It says are aimed at keeping financial markets stable. They're aimed at keeping it stable, but it's actually going to backfire. Okay? So it says Revelation 18:11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. All right. Now there's a YouTube video of a woman who works at the ports, and this is Yahushua coming back, the elder down there in Mississippi, at the ports, and there's no cases for her to get. All right, I'm gonna play a little bit.
For some reason, it's empty. Let me get out and show y'all. Now, I'm not supposed to be videoing over here, so I'm gonna try to keep this as low profile as possible. But check this out. See these cans? They not that tall. These things are usually stacked up like buildings. And this side is completely empty. Look, there's no boats. There's no nothing. There's just this stack of cans. That's it. Now, I'm going to take y'all around to another part of the ports to show y'all how empty this is. Because this is the stuff that we buy, the stuff that we shop for in stores. And if there's no cans here, there's no imports. Look at that. You can see all the way over to trucks going on the other side, which lets you know that this is deserted. I should have took a video of the other port that I just came from, which was the China port called Yangming. This is just as empty as this one. There's nothing going on. And there's no...
You see that? There ain't no more buying. All right? America and China had this big old trade tariff war, whatever, going on prior to this coronavirus outbreak. A lot of tariffs and sanctions were put on one another, okay? And now you got something like this where there's no imports or exports coming out. So Revelation 18:11 again, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. And there ain't no exports coming, ain't no imports coming. America is shutting down, okay? Now, with the cut of the interest rates, that's going to start something called a liquidity trap, okay? I'm going to go ahead and look that up for you, all right? What a liquidity trap is. The liquidity trap is no good because you would think that cutting interest rates is a good thing and it could stimulate a market when in turn it can drop it. It can actually do numbers to it, as in negatively. Okay. See, here we go. Liquidity trap. A liquidity trap is a situation, okay, in which interest rates are low and savings are high, rendering monetary policy ineffective. In a liquidity trap, Consumers choose to avoid bonds, okay, which the bonds are, stocks or whatnot traded and bought in the market. All right, they choose to avoid that. You avoiding bonds, it's gonna tank an economy. All right, or the Dow Jones as we see it. All right, because the country's already entering into a bear market. You have something called a bull market and a bear market. Bull market means it's going up. Bear market means it's progressively going down. All right. It says consumers choose to avoid bonds. It says consumers choose to avoid bonds. What's a consumer supposed to do? Consume, buy. But instead they're avoiding, okay, and keep their funds in savings. That's why you see a lot of investors putting their money into secured investments. They're taking their money out and putting it into something that is secure, a secure investment. Okay, let's see what that is. Just get a quick synopsis of this. There are a wide variety of investment availabilities. Let's see. Best low risk investments, high yield savings accounts. Okay. While not technically in an investment, savings accounts offer a modest return on your money. So people are taking money out the stock market and put it into secure investments such as these: savings bonds, certificates of deposit, money market and funds, treasury bills, notes, bonds, and whatever, corporate bonds, dividend-paying stocks, preferred stock. They're taking their investments and putting it into a secure location. They're not buying bonds anymore. Okay, and keep their funds in a savings because of the prevailing belief that interest rates will soon rise. All right, which would push bond prices down. Okay, so what? Bond price, you buy a bond, whatever, and then you want to sell it off and make a profit off of it. You do a liquidity trap via zero interest rates. Okay, you're not gonna make money pretty much. Okay, it's kind of like you buy a car. I'm gonna say it like this because we all know cars depreciate like a mug when you drive off the lot. Okay, so you buy a Pagani Huayra. All right, I like cars. All right, so I'm gonna look that up. A Pagani. All right, a Pagani Huayra. This is what a Pagani is. All right, boom. See that sucker? It's nice, ain't it? Usually these motherfuckers go for about $1 to $3 million. You buy something like this car, it won't lose. It will gain. It would appreciate. It won't depreciate. Why? First off, it's so damn expensive. 2, there's a limited amount of them. And 3, a lot of people who are rich want their hands on this. So if you can have this, it appreciates. It's the same thing with a bond. All right? If you can have a bond and the market's doing well, you can sell it off at a higher price than what you bought it. Therefore, you made a what? You made a gain. All right? Simple. You buy a Pagani Huayra at $1 million. You keep it for about 2 years. Don't put about like 200, 300 miles on it, if that. Okay? Have it serviced regularly. And it's nice in mint condition like it just came out the factory after 2 years. Instead of that $1 million that you bought it for, you can sell that bitch for $4 million. All right? You can sell it for $4 million. You made a $300 million. You made a $3 million profit. You may buy a bond for $100 at the time. As time goes on, the market's doing well. You can sell it for a higher price of what you bought it. Guess what? Instead of $100 that you had spent, now you're selling that bond for $1,000. You made a $900 profit. See what I'm saying? But with a liquidity, that's not going to happen. All right? Because interest rates are slashed and the market's going down. So that's why I say when the market is down, it's the best time to buy, man. Okay, but even so, there's no more buying for this place. Thus saith the scriptures, Revelation 18 and 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth her merchandise anymore. The merchandise of gold, hey, gold is skyrocketing, oil, there's an oil war going on right now. Okay? It says, in silver and precious stones and pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and and all thine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and of marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil. All right, oil as in other things, but oil as in like how they use petrol oil type things. All right, the scriptures cover all aspects. It says in fine flour, in wheat. You can see it in that video that I just showed. It says in beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and the souls of men. Okay, these things are not going to be bought anymore. There's going to be exports and imports are going to be cut off. Okay, completely. You can see places shut down. You see this coronavirus in this collapsing economy affecting small businesses all around America. Okay, all around America. The businesses are shutting down. There's people just staying inside the house because of fear of them contracting the coronavirus. People are not spending. Grocery stores are going empty. All right. There's another article which I'm gonna find right now. Give me a moment, okay? Because it speaks about on the bread and circus industry. And when I mean bread and circus, the entertainment industry, you can see what the sports industry through is done. Okay, I saw a stupid little video of some people making bets on a 2K simulation. All right, here it is. I'm gonna pull it up right here. It says Hollywood could take a $20 billion hit from coronavirus impact because everything is stopping. People ain't going to the movies. People don't want to be around a high multitude of people. Usually go to a movie that just comes out. There's 100, 200, 300 people in one viewing. All right, you don't want to be around people like that. I just watched the movie Outbreak that came out in 1995. And one way that it spread, a guy went to a movie and sneezed everywhere and it became airborne and everyone in that theater got sick. All right? It's the same thing that's happening. It's the fears of the people that's going to crash the economy. Okay? Things are going to get real serious. You can see quarantine's about to happen. New York State is probably going to go into mass quarantine and shut off tomorrow, on Monday, more than likely at 5 p.m. We'll see. All right? Things are happening. Okay? People are putting their money into secure and safe investments. All right? A liquidity is going to come from what? Zero interest rates. This is not good. All right? Buying mortgage-related bonds are not good. You saw what the mortgage industry did when 07 and 08 hit. It tanked. Okay? We're seeing these things happen. We're seeing the downfall of America, and it's a beautiful thing, man. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because that's the power and entity that's doing these things, and he's doing exactly what he said according to the scripts. You know? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 First Fruits. Brother Kasha Kuala. Until next time, I want to say shalom.